Tonight, y'all, we have a 2012 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport 2.0 CVT. It's got the J011E CVT transmission. It's a Japan-made vehicle. Did the transmission rebuild. I didn't necessarily actually do the rebuild. I just took it apart, looked at everything. Everything looks like it's already been replaced. The guy that sold it to us claimed he could not figure out why it would not go out of first. Took everything apart, put everything back together. I'm still working on getting it all back together. Found out that the valve body, this actuator pin here, sits on the valve body on the stepper motor. When installing the valve body, you're supposed to put like a piece of welding wire or so up through one of the portholes to hold the stepper motor in its position, so that way when you install the valve body, it actuates onto this pin, which makes it to where it can actually get fluid pressure buildup internally to change itself. I guess the way to say it is from first to second to third to fourth. This is a very labor-intensive job. Calls for 12 to 16 hours of labor for a rebuild. It's fairly not too bad of a transmission to get out. I've already gotten all the cross members and motor mounts and new transmission filter. That's right there, the little guy. All that reinstalled. I still have the valve body to put back in, the CV axles, the brakes, tires, the transmission oil cooler. And when you are disassembling, it is recommended to remove the thermostat housing crossover tube that goes to the water pump underneath the back of the motor, behind the back of the motor. Because if you do not, when you are reinstalling the transmission, there is a probability, which this is what happened to me, of actually pinching that aluminum crossover and bending it and causing it to be damaged to where it will not fit properly onto the thermostat housing. This is the thermostat housing. That hole right there in question is where the crossover tube goes, and then you have your inlets and you have your heater hoses. All that needs to be reinstalled. I still have to put the manifold back on because you have to take the intake manifold off, the starter off, loads of wires and hoses, motor mounts, and you name it. If you got to change the transmission on a Mitsubishi Outlander with the 2.4 or the 2 liter, watch out. It is a very high labor time, and it's recommended to be done professionally. If you do not do it professionally, you are looking to have days of work ahead of you. It's just a fair warning. I just wanted to put this as more of an informational video, more or less, than instead of being a fix video like I usually do. Mainly because of the simple fact that these transmissions and the way that they sit in the engine bay and everything, how it's so tight together, makes it very difficult and a very, I'd say probably mildly high difficulty, even for a seasoned mechanic, to change. So if y'all have any questions, I've already had this out and in. There is one hidden bell housing bolt. You do have to remove the transfer case on the 4-wheel drive model, and this bell housing bolt goes through the top of the transfer case, back behind the motor back here, and it'll go this way, and it's a long bolt, probably about that long. It goes through the transfer case and through the bell housing, and if you don't get that one bolt out, you will be struggling for a while. I struggled, I know, myself for a good probably about a day trying to figure out where this bolt was and how to get to it, and I finally figured it out. I had to remove the drive shaft and unbolt the transfer case and everything. You can use a transmission scissor jack, a low lift jack, to drop the transmission out of it. Other than that, if you have any questions, feel free to comment and I will do my best to answer. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you.